today and contacting us to look at your freshly built MR2. And before we get into the specifications of the car, can you tell us why the Toyota MR2?
Hi guys, thanks for meeting me up here today. So MR2 is probably one of the least unrecognized cars in the market. You know, it's a mid-engine vehicle, rear-wheel drive, and it's a little car on rails. So there's not many people that's got it. And if you actually go for a little drive, it literally feels like a go-kart, and not everyone sees it on the road as is.
Yeah, you did mention that there were only 500 that were brought into South Africa.
Yeah, so that's the stats that I got from one of my friends that's worked at Toyota, and he says only 500 in South Africa. How many surviving? I don't know at this point.
And like I was telling you earlier, we did feature an MR2 last year, and the car was still naturally aspirated, but it did really feel like a go-kart. These cars do drive like a go-kart. This car is not naturally aspirated anymore, it's now turbocharged. So please take us through your current engine setup, Henny.
Okay, so this is still the original block. Tried and tested, it's a 1ZZ FE. If you go look in your market, it goes into every Corolla, every Avensis, Yaris even. It's a no, what do you call it, freely available engine.
Yeah.
So spares are still actually cheap.
Okay. In terms of the modifications, what's done? Is this car fully forged now?
So for my motor, so pistons is imported from Mali. You don't get anything local.
Yeah.
Head gasket is a cosmetic. I've got full ARPs in. The head was done by Van der Linde, ported and flowed. Bottom end is still Toyota bearings as standard, as Toyota quality is always there.
Nice. And the turbo, what size turbo are you running?
So turbo is running a GT28, one for Mr. Turbo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of injectors?
Injectors is 655 cc's injectors with a customized fuel rail, fuel pressure regulator, with a return system to the fuel tank as well.
And you have a lightweight racing fuel cell I've seen as well.
Yes, lightweight racing fuel. We run standard pump fuel with some octane booster at this point.
Okay, and the car doesn't have an intercooler, you chose to go with a charged cooler.
So intercooler, as we all know, building cars, when everything is in the front and the turbo is at the back, you've got a bit of lag, so we went with a charge cooler with a full-on Craig Davies pump system to charge the system down.
Nice. And in terms of the gearbox and clutch and diff, Henny, what setup are you running here?
So still running the standard gearbox, as per Google, a lot of the guys chat to us, so standard gearbox can probably do about 300 horsepower still, without any modification. Clutch is a four button clutch, holding up so far, all good.
Okay, and I know you're still running the engine in, but what power do you intend on making with this car?
So I will probably run about 1 bar boost. I would look between 180, 200 kilowatt on the wheels. For a light car like this, it will probably be a little bit scary.
Yeah, it would. I trust what you say. And Henny, in terms of the exterior, what modifications have you done here?
So a couple of things, all done by myself, as I said. So wheel arches was done. I've got front splitters. I've got canards in front as well. I've got louvers on the bonnet as well to get heat out of it. I've got a wing on the back. Full LED lights all around. EBC brakes on it as well, with braided hoses. Pads as well, 17-inch mags, still on the standard suspension.
And in terms of the interior, anything done there?
So interior, we've got full Sparker racing bucket seats.
Nice.
We've got a roll bar, 4-point roll bar, not roll cage. Due to limited space, only 2 seats.
Yeah.
Small fire extinguisher and a small little tool bag.
Okay, so you definitely made sure the safety aspects were also upgraded with the engine as well.
Exactly.
And Henny, I know you said this entire build was done by you.
Yes.
And who did you source the final tuning to?
Okay, final tuning. So the ECU is actually a Pexi. So this comes straight from Japan.
Yeah.
So it's a plug and play system, no wiring done at all. The nice thing about the Pexi is because it plugs in, it's got a pre-map based in, and the final tuning was done by Havoc Racing in Boksburg North.
Okay, and just an estimate, Henny, what would you say that you have spent on the build so far?
If I have to say, without my wife knowing, probably about 70 to 100k just on the car. That's engine modifications.
Yeah.
You know, no money was spent.
Yeah, but I could see the components used in this car is all top-notch
It's
stuff.
top notch. Yeah.
Henny, I think I'm ready for the drive now.
Good, let's go.
It feels nice.
It's a little bit different than the normally aspirated
Yeah.
ones.
You're saying the exhaust on this car, what exhaust system is it?
So I've got a full stainless steel one with a Acropivic bike exhaust tip on it. That's been burnt tipped as well.
Oh, very, very nice. The exhaust is not too loud. There's no hum in the cabin.
Nothing whatsoever. I thought it might be a bit of an issue, but it actually sounds nice with it. The induction sound is much better on this than anything else.
Oh, okay, okay.
You'll hear it as soon as we get a little bit of a push on it.
This is on low boost, you're on low boost.
Yeah, a very low boost for now. It's going to be fun when we're there, and it's got a lot of a bit of oomph behind it.
Yeah, car is very, very smooth though, The ride,
Original shocks,
And
just
even
bigger tires.
with the engine right behind us, it's cabins.
It's quite soft, yeah.
I can understand the MR2 makes a perfect race car. Hey?
It's actually ideal for little track cars.
Yeah.
Just a little bit up the power, but the guys in the States actually do K24s in here.
Oh, okay.
And you
that's
buy
nice.
an adapter kit. And that's ideal track car with normally
It's
aspirated.
rated, yeah. So this car is in very good condition.
Yeah,
very, very good condition.
Definitely look after your toys.
But like we were saying, the MR2s have become like popular now in
Yes.
the tuning scene. The guys know it now. Like,
Back to the old JDM styling as well. You'll also feel now around the corners, it literally sits on the rails, especially with the bigger tires. Just need a gap.
it's okay.
Yeah, it's quite soft. You can
Very
use it as a daily if you really want
Easy,
to.
easy,
If
easy.
you keep the original fuel tank
Tank.
in, you can do every
Yeah,
day,
it's
everywhere.
The aircon and stuff, that's been
That's all taken out. Now, that's a lot of space saving that you do in the engine bay.
Yeah, the engine bay is very,
Small.
very small. But you said because you built the car, when you need to do any repairs, you just drop the engine and lift
Yeah.
the car.
Lift the car, drop the subframe, drop the gearbox, everything one shot, and you can work on it.
It's kind of like, again, I'm going to say like a go-kart.
It
eh?
is exactly like a go-kart. And then in front, a nice little double lane, we can have a little bit of a push. But yeah, everything works with the Pexi. All the dials work, fuel gauge, everything works.
Amazing, very, very cool.
Nothing has changed in the interior. Just added fans for cooling, and that's
Yeah.
it.
If someone had to get you interested in selling the car, what price are you expecting?
Above 150 to 200.
Understandable though, because these cars, even in good condition, are
Yeah,
asking for around those prices.
Yeah, you can get a good one, but probably about 150,000 Ks, you get one for 100 K still.
Yeah, I've seen the prices.
And that's still a lot of money for a 20-year-old car.
Oh. Any plans to go a bigger turbo?
I don't think so, because power to weight, it's already big enough.
Yeah, you don't wanna.
Yeah.
You don't have too much lag and then have that.
Yeah, and
you know,
also
the wheel spin around every time you.
problem with the gearbox is 300 horsepower is max, and that's when you start braking stuff.
Yeah.
Because this thing actually tracks. There's a lot of traction actually on it.
Did these come out with an LSD or?
Now you get, so in the States you get an LSD one, and you actually get an SMT.
Okay.
So straight box, they just stick back, front
that's
as well.
nice, eh?
Yeah. It's enough power for a small
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
You don't need bigger than that.
And because you're sitting so low,
It feels much quicker
yeah,
than it
does,
actually
it
is.
does. No, it feels like you're in like a go-kart, eh?
And that's in fourth gear.
Wastegate and downfall, what you running here?
Both is G readies.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
38mm wastegate, standard G-ready dump valve, yeah. Yeah, and you'll see the charge cooler works perfectly. Drops the temperature.
And it saves space instead of running the intercooler.
It does.
And reduces lag, I'm sure.
Yeah, it does. Well, we haven't really pulled away yet.
Yeah.
I'm just going to skip this one so we can get this other robot. So I've tuned it to about 3,000. You'll start feeling it coming in then. And the brakes work. Full EBCs.
It's going to be scary at high boost, I can tell you that. So.
But it's fun. It's a fun little toy, basically. It's not a full-on drag car, a little bit of a show car.
Yeah, so you didn't build it to do quarter miles. You built it just as a hobby project.
But we probably can do a nice quarter mile on this.
It'll be nice to see what times you get, you know. Any future plans with this car, any?
Well, the missus wants it.
As a daily?
As a fun toy, because like I said earlier, I would like to have my RX-7 one day.
Yeah. She could easily use this as a daily driver.
Easily. Yeah, no, but so far all good. Just ramp up the boost.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't think we need anything more than this.
And with regards to the car and the build, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
So just the missus as well. You know, with all the cold beers she brought me in the garage.
Yeah.
P-Core Engineering. Uncle Piet, he's one of the best guys I know that does any engineering, and he's the only guy that I actually trust.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then for you guys, thanks for the opportunity. I think for me it's a passion, and to share my passion with the guys like you, it's always fun.
It's an absolute pleasure and privilege to have you, Henny. And just from us at Cars and 60, thank you again for contacting us, for letting us see the car, because it's just been recently built. Thank you to your missus, because I've actually met her. She's actually come out today, and thank you to you. Car is absolutely beautiful. I'd love to see it in high boost one day at the track.
Yes.
And again, thank you, Henny. It's been an absolute pleasure and privilege having you.
Yeah, and I think we'll definitely meet up somewhere.
Definitely.
And we'll all have some more fun.
Definitely.